What's cracking, guys? I don't really have any memes I can do today, and quite frankly, I don't feel like doing it. But this is something that I do want to talk about, and it's been tearing me up a little bit on the inside here, and I have to talk about it because just yesterday, as of this is airing, Akira Toriyama has passed away. And if you don't know who he was a man that's pretty much like a father, a creator of like manga out there. He's made Dragon Ball, he's made plenty of amazing games. If you know Chrono Trigger, for one, or even the legendary Dragon Quest, super huge in Japan. I mean, he's done quite a lot of work. Honestly, he's probably one of the main reasons, besides maybe Pokemon itself, but he really deepened me getting into what his anime is today and helped me pave the way forward. So I just want to read the final message here of what the official Dragon Ball EN said about him. Dear friends and partners, we are deeply saddened to inform you that manga creator Akira Toriyama passed away on March 1st due to subdural hematoma. He was of age 68. It's our deep regret that he still had several works in the middle of creation with great enthusiasm. Also, we have many more things to achieve. However, he has left many manga titles and works of art to this world. Thanks to the support of so many people around the world, he has been able to continue his creative activities for over 45 years. We hope that Akira Toriyama's unique world of creation continues to be loved by everyone for a long time to come. We inform you of this sad news with gratefulness for your kindness during this lifetime. It kind of hurt, man. The fact that he still has good things coming and he just wasn't able to achieve it. I'm sorry if I'm shaking and when I stutter if I do this here, but yeah, he meant a lot to me, man. I never got the opportunity to really get into Dragon Ball because it wasn't here in the United States that much, but the one thing that did get over here and was absolutely massive when it aired on Toonami was Dragon Ball Z. And when I saw that, I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And the fact that even people who weren't even into anime but just watch cartoons, and we all got to talk about it, pretend to do power-ups, pretend that we could fly, pretend that, that we could just fight all these aliens and come together and just have a good, fun just anime that was just badass. It was amazing. And all the games that followed suit afterwards were also great. And it's just hard. The thing about Akira Toriyama is the fact that he also, of course, deeply influenced a lot of our favorite animes out there too, such as Naruto, Bleach, One Piece. And I honestly, I think a lot of people were inspired by him and his works and his creativity. Some words that I would also like to share were Oda's response to Toriyama's death. From Mr. Ichiro Oda, "It's too early. The hole is too big. The thought of never seeing you again fills me with sadness. I admired you so much since I was a child, and I even remember the day when you called me by my name for the first time. I also miss the day when I had the great time with Mr. Kishimoto on the way home from the day when he used the word friend for us. I also remember the last conversation we had. He's one of the people who took the baton from an era when reading manga would make you stupid and created an era where both adults and children would read and enjoy manga. He showed us that the dream that manga can do things like this and that we could go to the world. He gave it to me. It was like watching a hero push forward. The excitement he experienced when he serialized Dragon Ball is probably rooted in the childhoods and creators who are active in all industries, not just manga artists. That existence is a great tree. For manga artists of my generation who have stood on the same stage, the closer I got to Toriyama's work, the more I realized that they had a greater presence, almost scary. But I am just happy to see the easygoing man himself again, because we love Toriyama Sensei on a blood level. I would like to express my respect and gratitude to the world of creativity left behind by Professor Toriyama, and pray that he is repose and peace. I hope that heaven will be a pleasant world, just as you envisioned it." I mean, you guys, You guys know that he often had like heaven and hell in his works, and Goku himself, the man, the myth, the legend, probably the most iconic character of all time, was created by Akira Toriyama. And I mean, I think everyone just knows just what a carefree, goofy, straightforward kind of guy he is. And I'm just at a loss for words here. And just that final message right there. And I do hope that, it was a pleasant area that he's able to train and be even more creative and flourish there as well. Just like Goku. I have such deep and profound respect for the man. He honestly is a big reason how I got to become a YouTuber today, because I got into anime. I mean, obviously I didn't even realize Pokemon was an anime when I watched it, but like it made me warm up to the art style. And when Dragon Ball came out, I was deep in there now, and I never wanted to leave. It was just so fun, and the fact that he did make pretty much anime really cool. Everyone loved Dragon Ball, man. I mean, there's of course a few people that, it wasn't for, but it really did popularize. People all around the world really came together and loved what he created, and everyone celebrated the games, celebrated the anime, and I just hope that even my little influence, I got to be a little bit like him. Back when, I started out, anime wasn't very cool, to say the least. In fact, everyone always just called me cringe. And it really hasn't changed much. I still am pretty cringe. But I even hope that even through my cringe here, that I was able to make just good times happen, make people warm up to the idea of anime and expose them to the joys and the awesomeness that it brings. And now there's so many mainstream anime. And I couldn't be happier. There's so many VTubers. There's so many different just creators now that are focus is on anime. And I'm just happy that I got to be a part of it. And one of the things that's iconic about Toriyama is his ability to create these characters that look so different from other things that you see in anime. Once you see Akira's work, once you see Toriyama's just masterful hand in like an anime, it's him. You know that he touched it just from the look alone, and all the wonderful characters that he creates that are just iconic, from just like the goober pervert that is Master Roshi, to the kind of tsundere alien that is Vegeta, and also I guess Piccolo in a sense out there. And they turn into like these loving, awesome characters that everyone respects, even though Vegeta, he may not win all the time. He may be a loser, but he still pulls through. He still gets the things done, and he's still able to help his friends in the end, and people root for him and cheer for him. And they celebrate the few times that he does get that victory. And it's nice that he has all these different kinds of people that we can all just look forward and relate to. And one of the few things that I was looking forward to very much here is one of Akira's upcoming games called Sandland. It has like this crazy, iconic looking pink devil. And he's going to go around in this kind of barren wasteland with a group of misfits, and he's going to try and create something beautiful out of this barren world, whether he discover it or make it himself in his utopia that you're going to make in the game, from what I'm seeing. Just all this creative, masterful, beautiful looking work. And I deeply wanted to play that game, and now I 100% want to play this game once it comes out, because it's going to be like I hate to say it, but like a farewell. We lost a pretty big giant in the community here, but it doesn't mean that like the things are over. And I know he wouldn't want the things to be over. He'd want, like, Oda said, to pass the baton, pass on the love of anime to other people and other creators, to keep creating and making and sharing what they love. And I hope to continue doing that and honor what he does for as long as I can, as long as YouTube allows me to, as long as you guys keep watching and supporting, and maybe, heck, maybe you guys become more creators. I've seen so many people come up from the ground and become just VTubers and get famous You know, like whether it be, Nux Taku, who I just met at a fan convention once, and he just sprouted up and become a VTuber, very successful. And, I saw Iron Mouse come from just nothing herself too, and rise up to become just a gigantic superstar. Melody too, becoming an internet meme and learning that she was a fan of me. That was amazing. Befriending big people like Taking 101. That was someone that I, was a huge fan of One Piece, and just being able to meet and have a one-on-one talk. That's amazing. Like fan artists such as Rustage. I can go on, like becoming friends with Merryweather, the man who makes comics just out of like a catastrophe. And then, we go on and make a comic together, and we talk all the time, just casually, and become good friends. And, animators like Donga Hart recently, and he's rising up to fame, just sharing his love of Minecraft and combining anime together and combining all sorts of things. It's just an amazing community that we got. And I just want to say it's a pretty big thank you to Akira Toriyama for making just it more welcoming and more people to get into the hobby and share the love of what is anime. And I don't want to blather on here too long here, because I feel like I've just been blathering on here too. So you don't need to do any outro or anything special here. I just want to say thank you. Thank you, Akira Toriyama, for doing what you do. You absolute legend. Much love, man. Much love.